You're now tuned in to the latest, the newest, hottest show on YouTube. I got a story to tell. Hosted by your boy, OG Sonny Blanco. Fire interviews, worldly topics, and much more. Stay tuned. OG Sonny Blanco. I got a story to tell. You heard?
Good people, you are now tuned in. OG Sonny Blanco, I got a story to tell, you heard? But yo, shout it out. 050 The Movement, shout it out. Harlem Legend, China Brim, El Compa, Rockstar Little Man, Platinum Shine, Dutch Noble 1, Tavon Miller, Wax Dog, AP Wax Dog, who else? Dark Side Sag, you already. Kahim Allah, the God, shout it out. Peace, you already. Hey yo, Jamil Saladin, huh? The knowledgeable one, shout it out. That's my G right there. Mac Mean, the Aki, shout it out. Mac Mean True Stories. Lost in Yonkers, DJ, my G, looking for you, B. I'm looking for you, you heard? Lost in Yonkers, shout it out. St. Laz, you already know. Brooklyn Legacy, Brownsville, stand up. All right, so let's get into part 3, the finale, right? Glitz and the glamour. You already know the glitz and the glamour. It ain't always what it's cracked up to be. Stay up out the streets, you heard? But yo, let's talk about the hustle, right? You know why the OGs always be talking about, yo, y'all ain't never getting it like we was getting it. It's a fact of that. I'm going to break down why it's a fact of that. And why you taking the same risk, but for shorter money. Right? All right, so listen. And before my day, they was really getting it. Like back in the 70s and all that, the 60s and all that, especially the 70s, around the time he snitched and all that, but around the time Nicky Bonds was popping, you know what I mean? That whole movement, Guy Fisher and all of them, that whole movement, that dog food money back then was crazy. But let me show you how it shortened up every generation. We just go start with my generation, right? Because I already told you the previous generation was getting to that bag, right? But yo, listen, all right? So say you got your money up, right? You done became a part-time big boy, like you on the way up to being a big boy, right? And you cop, you know what I mean? Say you went to Poppy, you copied from Poppy on the regular. You started out with the little quarter, you know what I mean? Little Big 8 and all of that, you know what I mean? Then you went to the half a man and all, you know what I mean? You slowly progressing and all of that, right? So let's say you finally get to the point where you could cop about 4 of them things. And see, back then, say you copping 1, 20, 23 at the most, right? But if you copping like 4 or 5 of them things, Poppy go hit you for the 17. You could finagle Poppy down a little bit, like, yo, come on, Poppy, right? He go hit you for him with the 17. So you cop 4 for the 17, right? You cop 4, Poppy know you good business. So he go mess around and toss you 2 or 3 of them things. Throw a little tax on that, right? Little 20 for that, right? So now I copped the 4 for 17. Poppy then threw me the 3 for the 20. All right, so let's talk about it. Now, if you really know your work, if you really know your chemistry, if you was really playing big boy and all of that, you already know you got to get the industrial sifter, right? The big boy sifter. Joint about this wide. No lie, no exaggeration, about this wide. Stand this tall off the ground. If you ever been to like a 4-star or 5-star restaurant, you go back in the back, that's where they got the big boy sifter, right? Toss your work up in the big boy sifter, right? You put your 1-2 on it, you know what I mean? Step on it a couple times. Now you done turn 1 to 2, right? You done turn 1 to 2, right? So you cop 4, now that's 8, right? Poppy toss you 3, so now that's 6, right? Do the math. You done came up in the game, right? So you sift that joint up, you get the compressor, compress that joint back, block it all up, you know what I mean? Nice and right and all of that. You go get Poppy money first, right? You always get the consignment money first. The boss always take the shorts. If you got your own little team and you doing your thing, the boss always take the shorts. If you got that work on consignment, on your FaceTime and all that, because your face is good money, Poppy go rock with you, alright, so he get that first. If you got your workers out there, say you in a state like New York or Jersey or somewhere, you got pictures and all of that. Because down south, they hand to hand or you dolo. It ain't no pitching, none of that, right? So bam. Say you got your pictures. Of course, your day shift pictures, and you got a day shift manager, right? It's a little less pressure in the daytime because you can see things coming at you as daytime and all that, right? So they get paid a little less. But they get paid first. You never short your workers to make sure you got something, right? That's number one. Number two, say you got night shift, right? So you got the night shift pictures and you got the night shift manager. It's a lot more pressure in night, on the nighttime, right? The boys could be on the roof, walking down the block and all of that, all crazy and all of that. So they get paid a little more, right? So bam, the workers got to get paid first. Poppy got to get paid first. Then your workers got to get paid. Then you do what you got to do. You know what I mean? You always, don't just have re-up money. I used to fuck up like that too, trust me, right? You got re-up money for the same thing. What progression is you doing? That's why you got these OGs out here still selling 2 or 3 pounds. They've been selling 2 or 3 pounds 20 years ago. What the fuck, homie? If you ain't progressed by now, go get a job, B. It ain't for you. Word. But I say now, you got Poppy his money, you got the workers your money. Now let's get back to the money part of it. I already told you, you copping for 17, right? Poppy threw you 3 of them for 20, right? What y'all hitting for now? Y'all hitting for what, 33, 34, 35 from what I heard. 33, 34, 35 and all of that. And you still getting the same money off of it. Not even, because you can't break it down. You can't step on it as many times as we stepped on it. If you step on it all crazy, you got garbage. That's why y'all throwing the fentanyl in your shit. But once you throw the fentanyl in it, now you killing niggas. Now you ain't got no more clientele coming back because you done killed them. The hustle ain't the same. Either way you looking at it, you taking the loss, right? So let's get back to my small timers, right? They just coming up in the game. We talked about you all yesterday. All right, so say you just coming up in the game, right? Boom. You already hustling G-Packs. The best you getting off that pack is $100. So you got to sling, what, 10 G-Packs to get a stack, right? It's mad pressure. It's mad police. The boys is trying to run down on you. The jackets is trying to run down on you like shit crazy. Then it's more slow days than jumping days. That's the thing. Now let's get to why you ain't getting the same money. Before my generation, I caught the end of the cheese lines. And I caught the end of the cheese line and I wasn't a big boy. I was a G-Pack nigga, right? So I caught the end of the cheese line, right? Then down south, I moved down south. It's a whole different ball game. It's hand to hand, right? So now you got to get your math right. I remember my son hit me one time, shouted out. I ain't going to call my son name because that's my son. But I was buying little quarters for my son and all that. Right? My son hit me one time like, yo, how much a quarter weigh, sonny? You know what I mean? I was going by Aleem at the time. Little I or whatever. Yo, how much a quarter weigh? I ain't know my math because I just been grabbing G-Packs and moving G-Packs. Grabbing G-Packs and moving G-Packs. I wasn't a bagger, none of that. I didn't care what none of that weighed. Just let me get 10 packs off, I got a stack. Let me get 12 packs off, 12. You know what I mean? We looking good for a little nigga. You know what I mean? All I want is sneaker money and some get right money anyway, right? So I ain't know, right? So the next time I cop from son, that shit was crazy small. Like that shit might have been like 3 grams or something, or 2 grams or something. I'm like, right? I knew right then. See, he taught me a lesson, right? He taught me a lesson, right? You gotta learn from your L's. That was an L. I took a little mini L, but he taught me a lesson. I went back to my math, right? Now I gotta know how much this way, how much that way. You know what I mean? You gotta get your math right and all that. All right, so boom. Now, you a little nigga, you on the block, boom. You moving G-Packs, right? But the clientele was quicker, right? See, this shit jumped off in the 80s, right? Around the 90s, everybody on it, you know what I mean? So the clientele is still quicker now. In your day, they off the crack now. They trying to get off the coke and all of that. Even back then, you ain't getting the same money, right? Because let's say you start going OT. right? You got a gram of coke, that's $1.50. When back in New York at the time, they doing what, $20 a gram, something like that? $10 a gram, something like that. $1.50 down south. All right, let's say the dog food. You got you got a bundle, right? One bag out that bundle up top, that's $10. One bag out that bundle down south, that's $20, $25. Then you got the speedball to go with it. You got the little $10 joints of coke, you know what I mean? To go with it and all of that, right? Like, now you bubbling. Now you getting your money up. Now you could go from a little nigga to a big boy. That's why you see everybody moving out, especially coming down south, because you could take that G-Pack from up top, bring that G-Pack down here, break one joint out the G-Pack, that's $10, one joint. So, all right, bam. But anyway, let's get back to it. Your money ain't the same. The clientele ain't the same. The work ain't the same. You can't step on and do your 1-2 like you used to back in the day. It ain't the same. Plus you paying crazy numbers, right? You paying crazy numbers. You 30, 34, 35. You paying 15 stacks more than we paid for it on a humble. For one joint, we was paying 20. You paying 15 more than that. It ain't worth it. You losing. You can't step on it. You can't bring the 1 to 2, 2.5 or 3. You know what I mean? Because it's garbage. So now you ain't getting the same money. So now, if they was getting 60, 65, 70 off a joint back then, right? You only getting 50 now? Come on, man. Your money ain't right. You know what I mean? It ain't adding up. Then you ain't nobody sturdy in the game no more. First signs of the police, they doing all this. So your team ain't strong no more. They don't build them like that. Your team not full of alpha males. Your team full of beta males. So if a beta male get knocked, what you expect them to do? Right? What you expect them to do? If the beta male get knocked, of course he go tell and all of that, right? So it ain't worth it, youngins. You getting hit with more time. Astronomical numbers. 20, 25 years for what we was catching 5 years, 2 years, 3 years for. Astronomical numbers. You're not getting the education behind that wall no more because it's the new plantation. They want you on that revolving door, right? If you got to the game banging and you a yes man, like we talked about yesterday, you the doja, you the dumb out. You the one they send out on the craziest missions, the braziest missions and all of that, right? Then, if you solid in the gang shit and your name gets around, that's why I never wanted to be a GF. Never. Especially when the UBN broke apart and all that. I'm down south. I done got offered my own sets and all of that. I never wanted to be a GF. You a GF, the best I got was a high 020. I became a universal 020 at one time for my set, right? But boom. The GF cats don't even know you. But they know you the GF. That's what happened to Powerful and all of that. Huh? He all the way in New York on a bid. Niggas all the way down here in North Carolina screaming his name. He never laid eyes on them. None of that. No kites. None of no 212 and none of that. But he catch the charge. Right? Like that GF. All right, so you a big boy now. Now you a GF and everybody your name ringing bells. Right? Now you get knocked somebody 2, 3, 4 states away that you never laid your eyes on, but he claiming your hood. They get a Rico going out there, right? Now, you ain't getting no baby love off of this and nothing. They just repping your set, but you caught up in the Rico. Because they want you on that plantation. Right? They want you on that plantation. Right? They go find a way to get you on that plantation. They know you ain't touched no baby love. You ain't touched a dollar off of this. They know, trust me, the feds know. They know you don't even know these little niggas. Right? They know they just claiming Don Moore and they claiming your set. But you the GF of that set. So you got hit with that Rico too. Right? It's all a conspiracy, B. You heard? It's all a conspiracy. It's all a master plan. Right? We always been the downtrodden, right? From generation to generation to generation. Now they just finding a flyer way to do it, right? a more glamorous way to do it. The glitz and the glamour. They playing with the glitz and the glamour too. Right? So, let's recap real quick. If you unfortunate enough to go behind the G wall, they taking all the trade programs out, they taking all the educational programs out. So you coming back because you don't know how to feed your family. The only thing you know how to do is to go do what you was doing, right? And then they say the G wall is college. Especially in my day, you might fuck around and catch a plug from behind the wall. You done done a little bid with him, a couple years with him. He like how you move and all that. He know you about to go home. That's how I caught my joint. Shout it out. Word, shout it out, man. You already. But that's how I caught my G, right? Word. But anyway, you'll catch a plug from behind the wall if he like how you move and all of that, right? Boom. Then you catch that plug, you back out there doing what you do. You might have lasted, now you a big boy, but you end up right back behind that revolving door, right back on the plantation, all right? So no more education, no more trades. You don't know how to do nothing legal, right? The hustle ain't the same no more, right? The money ain't the same no more. The work ain't the same no more. And the time is advanced. You catch way more time for garbage work and bullshit money, right? It ain't worth it, right? The team ain't strong no more. There's no more stand-up dudes. It's a few. You're rare though. If you a stand-up dude, you rare, right? The mass population, they ain't stand up no more. They beta males. So your team not strong no more, right? So you got to worry about the snitching. Then you got to worry about them turning on you. You got to worry about your team turning on you, especially if you ain't feeding them, right? The streets has no more rules and no more order to it. So you out here free for all, right? Without order and conduct, you bound to fail. It's inevitable. You bound to fail without order and conduct, right? That's a fact. So all the way around the board, you losing. Like I said yesterday, find something legal that you love to do and get your grizzly on. Go get your grind on and all of that, right? The streets is dead, homie. It's not a cliche. It's not a myth. Even with the scamming. First of all, the masses, we didn't caught on to the scamming, right? The businessmen didn't caught on to the scamming. The government didn't caught on to the scamming. Even the scamming game is weak right now. And with your scammers, like I said, it ain't nothing new. We've been running credit card scams back in the day. My auntie was nice with it. My auntie was doing white collar crime back in 83, 84. I mean, 83, 84 and all that. She doing white collar crime, right? She was nasty with the credit cards back then, right? It's just y'all could get to it quicker because it's more access to the internet. The technology has advanced so much that you could get to it a little quicker, but it ain't new, right? So the scamming game about to come to an end. Now these scammers is all on in Cash App trying to talk about I'm a Cash App you something. Send me your Cash App. How you go Cash App me $2,600 and you ain't never lay eyes on me? The fuck is it? My birthday or something? Stop playing. Yeah. Even you coming weak. The scammers, they know they running out. They coming with the weakest of weakest schemes right now. Right? Come on, man. Go do something legal, man. Work 2 or 3 jobs if you got to until you get up what you trying to get up. Right? You got to go work at Mickey D's and go to Goodwill at night so you get your trade, right? Go do that, right? And definitely, if you out in the working world, get a trade, man. If you get a trade, get that paperwork. Because if you're a laborer, you go do the most work and you getting paid the less. That's right. The laborer do the most work, the dirtiest, grimiest work, and he gets paid the less. You get foreman status or a tradesman status. You know what I mean? You can sit back for a little while and you getting paid the most money. And this is what I'm going to leave you with right here. As those who really got it and really did what they was trying to do, what they was trying to accomplish out in the streets, even if you ain't accomplished it, but your stats was good, right? Pardon. right? As hard as you win in them streets, find something legal. Pardon. Find something legal. As hard as you win in the streets, find something legal and go that hard on. It's simple. You're already a scientist. You're already a mathematician. You already got people skills. You already know how to interact, right? Or that could be applied to the legal world. Or that could be applied to business, right? And then when you get in business, you gotta understand this. Some of the most successful businessmen are the most shrewdest and cutthroat men on the planet Earth. So some of that street knowledge go help you over here. You just can't flip on them and take it to the street and ready to put something in them and knock them out and none of that. But you gotta play them same cunning games. Cause they gangster for real. Cutthroat for real. What they care about stopping your bank ain't nothing, right? But at the end of the day, the game it wasn't designed for you to win. There ain't too many champions in the game, right? It's a lot of players. It's a lot of players that was nice, right? But rarely did they get that chip, right? The game ain't designed for you to win, huh? It's like going to Vegas, right? It's like going to Vegas. You go to Vegas, you spin your guap up. It ain't designed for you to win, right? The game the same way, good people. Hey, we gonna leave it right there. We gonna get on another topic next time, right? But I just had to get that off my chest for you, to my youngins out there, because I see y'all out there. I see y'all looking good, y'all whipping good, and all of that. You know what I mean? I see y'all out there. You know what I mean? First of all, don't be them kids that got the nice whip, nice jewelry and all that, and you still stamming my dukes, and on top of stamming my dukes, you ain't helping out with no bills, no groceries or nothing. If you out there and you get into the bag and you wanted them type cash, you are the scum of the planet Earth. Word. Do the right thing, man. Do the right thing, man. I'm gonna leave you all with that. OG Sonny Blanco. I got a story to tell. You heard? Shout it out to all those that support me. Shout it out, right? I support you back, right? Salute, good people.
You're now tuned in to the latest, the newest, hottest show on YouTube. I got a story to tell. Hosted by your boy, OG Sonny Blanco. Fire interviews, worldly topics, and much more. Stay tuned. OG Sonny Blanco. I got a story to tell. You heard?